are some alarming new numbers out from the CDC showing a dramatic rise in the heroin
Hooked on
epidemic.
painkillers is an expensive habit. Many now turning to a cheaper way to chase
the
that
number of
high
heroin
with
overdose
heroin.
deaths nearly quadrupled.
Something is making you come here.
I do want to make my life better, but every day is just a struggle to live a day. Every day to live a life is struggling for me. So I'd rather be dead tomorrow than live through another night.
Something is getting you out of bed. Something is getting
I don't
you to
know
come
what
here.
it is. It's just willpower. I'm trying to do the best I can. But truthfully, I'd rather not be here. I'd rather be dead tomorrow and finish it.
So where will that leave your mum and
I don't really care.
And your 3 children?
I don't really care. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. They can't struggle anymore about me.
No, but they suffer then for life.
They suffer for a month or two, then it'll be over.
Mate, we're going to open the door. I'm going to kick the door open. Just move back if you are behind it. Right, what's happened here?
Hello, buddy. How you doing? All right?
Right over front, buddy. Have you taken anything?
Hi, my name's Harvey Mattu, and I'm trying to get clean. I'm an addict at the moment, but I'm trying to get clean.
You want your water? So Harvey, how are you feeling today?
I feel like shit.
Yeah?
Tired.
Tired?
Yeah.
How much sleep did you get last night?
13, 14 hours.
14 hours sleep?
Yeah.
And you still feel tired?
Still feel tired.
Oh my gosh. Right, okay. What do you think of this place?
Park is nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel sad, down. Yesterday, I tried to overdose. Really, this morning I didn't even want to get out of bed. I just hoped to never go out of bed. I had 6 cans of beer, and I took 3 sleeping tablets, 75 milligrams each tablet, 5 paracetamols. I was hoping that would be enough to not wake me up in the morning. My body's feeling all weird and I feel down. I've been feeling down since last night, so I haven't had a really good sleep neither.
Right.
And I've got like cramps in my stomach, and my body says that I've got this craving to use today. And I guess I watched the film that saw drugs that I think that kind of boosted my mind a bit more.
The Russell brand
Yeah, Russell brand.
recovery.
Recovery.
So what is it on that you think?
I think it was the drugs themselves actually used.
What, actually seeing them
Yeah,
talk about it or use it?
actually seeing them using. And
So do you think that's triggered you slightly?
I think that's got a bit of a trigger, but I think I've had the trigger since last night. It's been going on since last night, and I've controlled it now.
When did you first think in your mind?
I had it since like say 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock
What?
last night.
Last night. What you were thinking? I need something today.
Yeah, I needed something to use last night, but I got through the night.
Right.
So now I've got the cravings quite bad. And I know if I don't use a certain amount now, I know tomorrow it's not going to go for another night. I won't be able to do.
Is there any way on the planet I can convince you to maybe assess this in 24 hours time? So this time tomorrow, see if you can see if you can not have nothing just for 24 hours.
Yeah, but I've been through 19 hours already.
Right.
So I went through it 19 hours already.
Are you willing to do 24 hours just till tomorrow? Just
No,
24
because
hours.
I know tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow's just one of those days, weekend days, and I know if I start using it tomorrow, I won't stop. I'll just carry on.
What is it about the weekend?
I don't know, it's just a weekend day. It's just one of those days. You have a free day and your brain just automatically thinks, okay, weekends, Saturday, Sunday, smoke, do whatever, smoke as much as you want.
What do you normally do at weekend when you're not with me?
Now I relax with my kids, spend more time with my little boy.
Right.
Normal weekends just to be the shoes day and night.
Can we do 24 hours?
No, not night. I can't really get through it now.
Can we not try?
No, I know I'm not.
Can we not see how you feel tomorrow?
No, I might not last till tomorrow.
You'll definitely survive till tomorrow, 100%.
Nah, not with the craving I've got at the moment. Because I've had it since last night, and it's been getting worse and worse. I've had the craving, it's always they've been there in the back of my mind. It's just now, not bad. But I know if I smoke a little bit now, I'll be alright for next week or so. But I know if I start smoking tomorrow, I might end up smoking more than now.
Is there any alternative? Is there anything we could do today to keep you busy? Keep your mind a bit. Go and play some pool, play some bowling, go out somewhere, do something. Anything. Is it anything whatsoever? I'm just trying to think of anything at all, Harvey, that we can possibly do.
I've just got the craving really bad.
So when you're in rehab and you've got this craving and you can't get it, what do you do in rehab? What do they make you do there?
They saw me out.
Tablets,
Drugs, injections.
and then you're out. That's it.
Yeah.
Which I don't want.
So your brain dead actually. Your brain's dead and you can't crave. Unless you get some high from somewhere else. That's what it does.
And you know why? You know why you're feeling it today? Is there any reason you think
Actually,
why?
I've been down since yesterday. I've been down a couple of days and it's just creeping up. What a Jesus creeping up.
Since the age of 17, I've been addicted to crack cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and speed. By the age of 20, I started to smoke about 150 to 200 pounds a day, and that was 7 days a week. At first, I used to go out with my friends and we used to do drugs together. And then later on in life, I started to isolate myself in my room. So I used to just sit in my room and just do drugs night and day. My choice of drug was heroin and crack cocaine. And I used to sit there night and day to smoke drugs. And never slept much, maybe 3 hours here, 4 hours there. From a young age, I had a trauma in my life. I started smoking a lot of marijuana. And then somebody must have mixed marijuana with a bit of heroin. And it kind of cleared my mind and got me like away from the trauma. And after that, I just kind of started mixing it myself. And then after that, I just got hooked on it. Got hooked on the heroin with the marijuana, and then I realized that the marijuana and the heroin was killing me when I was mixing it. So I started to just smoke heroin itself. And then from heroin, I went on to crack cocaine and heroin. And then I just was addicted. When I was heavily addicted to crack cocaine and heroin, I started to isolate myself in my room, and I just used to do drugs night and day. Nothing mattered to me. My mom, my kids, anything. Nothing mattered. Even food, I wouldn't even eat. Because I used to do drugs night and day, heroin, crack cocaine, night and day. My dad passed away. I can't even remember the funeral. That's how high I was. So I started isolating myself in my room from the whole world. Even my drugs used to come home delivered. And then after isolating myself, I started getting loneliness. Because I used to be in my room all the time, depressed. And after depression, I started self-harming. started cutting my wrists, and it used to feel nice because it used to kind of relieve the pain. I know people don't do it, don't understand, but it did release pain. The pain that I had in my brain and all the things that happened, my childhood, and it used to release that, even if it was for a while, but it did. So I started self-harming a lot. So after I've taken so much drugs, my mum made a decision to take me to rehab. So she started taking me to rehab. I went to 3 rehabs in England and the 4th one somewhere else. And the first rehab I went to, I was there for about a month, and they just drugged me up, got me clean, back on the street. As soon as I came home, started using. So after a while, I went to a second rehab, and that's where I did my 12-step program. Didn't understand it, did it. As soon as I got out of there, did my 2 months of signing there, got out of there and came home, boom, back on the crack, cocaine and heroin. And then I had an open rehab where I used to just walk in, my mummy take me there, and they were doing this new technology thing. Didn't work because I was using it every time I was going there. So that didn't work. And then I started going really bad. Just because every time I came back I started using more than I was using before I went there. And after that, I made a decision to go to Serbia. There was a rehab there. Like, everybody was just on my back. God, rehab, you gotta go rehab. Because my leg was like rotten. Because I was taking so much drugs that I had so much poison in my legs. And when you walk, they were swollen like anything. The doctors wanted to cut my legs off. Well, my left leg he wanted to cut off at that time, because it was so bad. But then I started doing like acupuncture, and then I went into this rehab in Serbia. When I was in Serbia, it was a beautiful place, a really nice place to stay. And they had security guards night and day, you know. Security guards used to beat you up sometimes. But there my mom spent so much money there in these rehabs. So I was there for 6 months. After 6 months, they got me clean. I was drugged up night and day. It was like a zombie. I didn't know if I was coming or going. So I was just walking around like a zombie for at least 5 months like that. And then because the tablets started to wear off afterwards, because they weren't strong as like they used to be. But they were just giving me more tablets just to keep me on a level where I'm like a zombie that I wouldn't even think about drugs. So before I went out there, they had to cut me down on drugs, and then they gave me an implant for heroin and crack cocaine. And after they gave me the implant, they said to me, here's some heroin, do it. And I thought, okay, I did it. And as soon as I did it, I just dropped on the bed. My legs couldn't move, I was like frozen. Couldn't move my arms, nothing. Couldn't breathe. They were just pumping my heart to help me to breathe, get my breath back. And then they gave me another injection that killed the dose. And then they turned around and said to me, like, you were here, if this happened to you in England, the ambulance will not get to me in time. Apparently I would die before the ambulance got to me. So, set me back on my way, back to England. Came back to England. As soon as I was like 15 minutes left to land to London, boom, straight drugs, went to get my next fix. As soon as I got off the plane, I went, picked up some crack cocaine, heroin, did it. Because I didn't care if I died anyway. And nothing happened. So I did more, and I did more. Apparently the implant they give you, it's like a little trick they're playing you. They give you the implant and they say this is what's going to happen if you do heroin. but it's not heroin they actually give you, it's like a substitute of heroin. And it only works with that implant they're giving you. So they're trying to just put the scare of God in you, so you won't do it. But I did. So that didn't work at all, so I was just back on the drugs again. Not as bad as I was, but I'm still back on it.
It's been 3 months since I've been clean now, and I've gone through really hard times. For the first week, 2 weeks, and the first month, it was really hard, difficult times. I mean, I was getting hot sweats, I was vomiting, diarrhea, you name it, I had it, stomach pains. But I think the first 3 weeks was the hardest, and then it starts to get easier. The first month, I've still got, I'm not saying I ain't got cravings, still got cravings, but it's getting easier. The third month gets easier, and I still have nightmares, but not like I used to. Like the first 2 months, I would have nightmares night and day. Anytime I went to bed, sleep, I was just having the nightmares of drugs. But now it's the third month, the nightmares is kind of worn away. I was weighing 15 stones when I started. When I was still taking drugs, I was weighing 15 stones. And now I've gone down to 12 stones. I did that with the smoothies, vegetables. I've been eating less processed food altogether, drinking loads of water, and no Coke, no fizzy drinks, no juices, just plain water. And I've gone down to now, at the moment, I'm down to 12 stones. Yeah, I'm sleeping much better now. Before, when I used to go to sleep, I would sleep maybe 12, 13 hours, but that'd be like once or twice a week I would get to sleep that much. And then the rest of the week I used to do drugs. But now I'm sleeping a good 6-7 hours, and I'm waking up on time. I'm not sleeping through the afternoons.
I was using crack cocaine and heroin for the last 20 years. I was using up to £700 a day, and now I've been clean for the last 6 months.
So the doctor said to me, we have to cut your leg off because there's no blood circulation. And I did a hell of a lot of things. My mum helped me a lot. She put me through she helped me through the hypnosis. She helped me with acupuncture. I had a lot of things that I had to do, but what really helped me was giving up the drugs. And since I gave up the drugs, my legs got back better, my blood circulation's getting better. There's no more clots in my leg like I had. I had clots in my leg because of the drugs. And the doctor used to say to me, the clot in your leg will travel to your heart and it will kill you. But it didn't bother me. It's not like I was scared of death, you know? I was always thinking, all right, if it kills me, it's a good thing, you know? It was that mindset you had that, you know, it's a good thing. I'm dead and I'm out of the way, and it's easy for everybody to carry on with life. But if you come off the drugs, you realise your mindset will start changing. You realise that you want to live a life instead of want to commit suicide. So things will start changing. The first 2 months I was craving sugar when I gave up the drugs. I was just dying for sugar. I was just eating like sugar, even on a spoon. I would just take a spoon of sugar because my body was just craving for sugar. I think that's because you get the withdrawal and then your body starts to crave for sugar because you're coming off the drugs. And you do put on weight. But then afterwards, after 2 months, the sugar craving starts to barely go away, and then it starts to go away. Like now, I'm putting like maybe half a spoon in my cup of tea, and that's the only sugar I'm having now. So whoever is coming off drugs, they will get sugar cravings. That's normal. It's the body asking for the craving of the sugar to keep the immune system going. So there's nothing to worry about that. I've been into 5, maybe 6 rehabs. All over the country. I've been in rehabs and out of rehabs. And rehabs at the moment have never worked for me. I mean, fine, you go into a rehab, you get clean. You're clean for 3 months. As soon as you leave that rehab, you're craving. Your body is craving because your body and your mind has not been cleared of the drug. The drug is still there in your mind. And if he knows he can get it, he will get it. It's not you, it's your body that's telling you, your mind telling you want that drug at that time. So I would say you do need a coach, or you need someone to be there with you to help you go through this journey of coming off the drugs, because doing it yourself, it will not ever happen. But you got to want to do it for it to work. Because if you don't want to do it, it will not work. And I know about that because I tried so many times, but I wasn't there to give it up at that time. I mean, I used to cut down, but then I used to go back up to normal again. So I would say have a coach, have someone there to keep an eye on you all the time, to kind of push you through the hard times, because you will go through hard times. I mean, I beat it quite fast. People say I've gone through it in 3 months. Mostly it will take over a year. It can take longer, but you can beat it if you want to. There is nothing out there that you can't beat. I was on antidepressant tablets, and I was on all these other types of tablets the doctor gave me because I was suicidal. I tried to commit suicide enough times when I was on drugs, and I was depressed. I was mentally not here, and I didn't want to be here, you know. I didn't want to live at all. But now, since I've started doing, come off the drugs, started doing my exercises, started drinking, you know what I mean, more healthy food, taking more healthy food, I've been drinking more healthy juices, and been doing my exercises. And since then, it's changed. I mean, I've stopped taking my tablets because my mindset's not there anymore. It's not that I want to commit suicide, and it's not like I feel depressed anymore. I feel wonderful at the moment. It's been 3 months since I've been clean now, and I've gone through really hard times. For the first week, 2 weeks, and the first month, it was really hard, difficult times. I mean, I was getting hot sweats, I was vomiting, diarrhea, you name it, I had it, stomach pains. But I think the first 3 weeks was the hardest, and then it starts to get easier. The first month, I've still got, I'm not saying I ain't got cravings, still got cravings, but it's getting easier. The third month gets easier, and I mean, I still have nightmares, but not like I used to. Like the first 2 months, I was having nightmares night and day. Every time I went to bed, sleep, I was just having the nightmares of drugs. But now it's the third month, the nightmares is kind of worn away, so it's getting easier. Since COVID-19 and the lockdown, it's been 5 months. I've been sitting at home, and I thought it would be the hardest times of my life because I thought I had no one, but I had my family there to support me through the hard times. I mean, for the last 5 months, and I've been doing online like Skype calls with my therapist, and I've been doing my hypnosis online.
So take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment. And as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close. And keeping your eyes closed now, you can take another deep breath. Hold it for a moment. And as you exhale, you can allow yourself to relax even more. In fact, with each breath you take, you can become more relaxed. And with each exhalation, you can just let go.
And I've been doing my coaching, like my coach has been helping me online for the last 5 months. So what I have realized that you don't need a person there to help you, you know? If your family is there to help you through that bad time, the coach or the hypnosis are there, but they can do it online. They can get you through that just online. So you don't have to be there one-to-one. You just have to spend an hour or two a day to tell you how your day was and how you feel and how you feel at that moment, you know. But don't tell no lies, just tell it as it is, you know. If you're taking a drug, just say it. I'm taking drugs today, I was feeling like this. Just if you lie to a coach or whoever, it's not going to help. Well, it doesn't bother them, but it doesn't help you in the long run. So I would say just be truthful and just tell it as it is. Trust me, I lied enough times. just to take my drugs. And it does happen. But you need someone there as a family member to help you through hard times. Self-harming. I used to harm myself every day. I used to cut my wrists. I used to in and out of hospitals. I used to take medicines, paracetamol, you name it. I tried everything to kill myself. But I guess it wasn't my time. Every time I tried, it never succeeded. There was always someone there to just save me. So, I mean, suicide does come, and it does come part of the drugs. It's got a lot to do with drugs, and if you're mentally not there, the drugs have taken over your body, and you want to give up, but you can't give up because you don't know how to give up. And it's getting through that process of trying to give up, and maybe 1 time, 2 times, maybe 10 times, you might fail, you know? But then you just keep trying, and then you will succeed. Since I've been taking drugs, I've not been working for the last 25 years. Because all I was doing was just taking drugs night and day. That's all I knew. I didn't know nothing else. And now, since I've been being clean, I want to help other people to come off drugs, and I'm getting into work. I'm trying to get my life sorted out, because I know when you do come off drugs, the next step is you ain't got a life. It's the only life you know is your drugs. It's the only life you know. And so when you coming off the drugs, you come off the drugs, you get clean, and then you've got nothing to do. You're just stuck, like between 4 walls. But you don't know nothing else. That's the only thing you know. So when you do kind of start to come off drugs, don't worry about that part of the life. Just concentrate on coming off the drugs, and then concentrate on working and anything else. Because once you've got your drugs clean, then you can always find a job, you can always work, you can do whatever you want. But you need to get into that life. Don't sit around at home, don't do just sitting around doing nothing, watching TV all day, because that life, you would just go backwards again. Sitting on a sofa all day, doing nothing, you just start going back because your mind will start playing games with you again. But if you keep your mind busy, it doesn't give it a chance to play games. So I would recommend to everybody, when you're coming off the drugs, you will have problems, but just fight through it. It's hard, not easy, but you have to be strong, and you can fight through it. Because if you can take the drugs, you can fight through taking drugs, and you're still at this moment on drugs, and you're not dead. So that means you fight through life. So getting clean is much easier.
First day at the gym, did cardio for about 45 minutes, a bit tired, but not bad workout. It's a pretty good workout.
Why are you there in the first place? When you find yourself getting distracted and running off a course, remember why you're there. Remember why you went there in the first place. Remember what's pushing you, because I guarantee you the reason why you're there was something that got you to that point in the first place. You have to grind for your future. You have to persist and push for your future.
Do everything in your power so that you are eventually going to hit your goals and be great.
So you want to be successful, well then you got to prove yourself. You got to push through the dirt.
Success doesn't happen by chance, it happens by change. It happens by having a purpose and a clear plan that you can execute by taking daily action and not wasting time.
You can truly accept this, that it's going to be hard, and you don't want it to be easy. You want this to be real. You want this to be powerful. You want this to amount to something. You want to work for it. You want to go in there because you want to show up. You don't want to have that feeling of being like, I don't deserve this, because you can look back at the journey. You can look back at the sweat, the blood, the tears, the sacrifices. That's all you. That's something that you can do. And you want to be proud of that.
See, because a decision without action is only what? A good intention.
Yeah, I've been clean for 1 year now, and I've been doing really good. I mean, I do smoke the odd weed now and then, just to keep me in a calm kind of level. But today's like one of my worst days. I'm having a lot of trouble in the house because of my wife. She's causing so much hassle with my family, and then my mum's sticking to her side. and then she changes sides. It's just like playing like piggy in the middle. And I just feel like today, I just feel like using. I really, truthfully, I don't even want to be here today. I'd rather be dead or lying in a grave. That's how I feel. Today's going to be a big step back for me, I think. Today I will end up using today. That's how I just feel. And it's hard. It's really hard to live like this. Because the way things are happening, they're going to push me back something more and more. And if they're going to push me back so far, what was the point of getting clean in the first place? That's why I don't understand. You know? Anyway, that's how I feel today. I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow, but that's how I feel today. Okay. I'm managing to give up the weed. Now, the cigarettes are going to be a problem. Because cigarettes is going to be my last thing I'm going to give up. And I know, because I'm giving up the weed, I'm going to end up smoking more cigarettes than normal. Because I'm like 80 a week at the moment. And I think I might even go up a bit. But I am going to concentrate on working after the weed to work on giving up the cigarettes. And I've tried tablets, I've tried patches, I've tried everything really. Nothing seems to be working. So the only thing I think that might work is hypnosis. So that is my next goal to do, is to give up my cigarettes. And I'll let you know how we go from there. I relapsed a couple of weeks ago. I was craving for heroin and cocaine, but I didn't get any because I was having problems getting it. So I ended up having a drink, and what is no good for me. So I got drunk really bad, and I don't remember much because I was so drunk. I know someone's recording videos of me, you could probably see that. And all I can say is that I guess it was just part of recovery. So now I'm better. Now I've killed the weed, and now I'm trying to beat the cigarette. My family was at home when I was drunk. I must have hurt them a lot, because I don't remember much, but I know I said a lot of things to them. And I know I probably hurt my mum too, because alcohol and weed do not mix. And so I'll just say that, well, that was still my last drink anyway. I'm not drinking. Today is Monday the 7th of September. Today I decided to give up the marijuana. So marijuana helped me through my drug problems. It helped me through my crack and cocaine withdrawal. So today I got up and I decided it was over. So today actually was one of those days, I don't know. I got up and I'm just fed up with it now. It's not doing nothing for me. And I've smoked like 40 pounds a day, every day, for weeks and weeks. And now it's got to a stage where it's not doing nothing for me. It's like smoking a cigarette, and I'm getting fed up with it now. So I guess that's the reason I decided to stop, and we see how it goes. The other reason that helped me a lot was my meditation, and I started to do a bit of yoga. And that's helping me a lot through trying to stop. So since I've been doing meditation, I've kind of cut down. I'm feeling more relaxed. The weed is not making me that much relaxed as the meditation is now. So it's kind of changed. So that's why I thought, give up the weed today, see how we go.
Kalichi. You see, everybody got a story to tell. Well, here's mine. My pain's deep, I've been through hell. I managed to survive, so I got a story to tell. Listen, I stand victorious, make the sign of the cross. Look, I'm here to be the voice for every friend I've ever lost. Let me pray as I put together my hands. I've never been ashamed to tell you the person I am. When it comes to doing drugs, I've never been a rookie, but hold up. Let me tell you about the places that they took me. I haven't showered, it's been possibly a week, and I'm so deep in a psychosis, impossible to speak. That coke is in my arm, now it's impossible to sleep. My throat's numb, closed shut, so it's impossible to eat. Losing losing weight's a part of my daily routine. I always use against my will, just praying I was clean. So nod your head if you understand what I mean. When I was growing up, I never thought that I would be a fiend ever. My life's tumultuous, it's never getting better. Another abscess from my arm is getting severed. My exquisite vision, depiction of dereliction, livid living conditions, malicious on a mission. All these green tree cops, look, they all know me by my first name. Paramedics had to revive me, this ain't a game. I worn the same clothes for like the last 10 days. And look, I wanna do better, but I don't know a different way. Completely all alone, I'm sitting in this room. I empty out the bags, brown liquid in the spoon. I have to do a lot, can no longer do a little. The water's been added, I place the cotton in the middle. I'm sucking every drop up into this plastic devices. I am tying off, I'm trying to find a decent vein to strike. I shove it ever so gently up underneath my skin as I'm pulling back the plunger to this blood in the syringe. I push it in and try to drift away to heaven, but criminals like me, that's never the place that we're headed. The guilt, shame, remorse, and regret I never address. And I'm a mess from all this pain and this anguish. I'm filled with stress, overdoses, I'm emotionally broken, this ain't a joke. I'm smoking on a Newport, I never have any hope. This is me, I'm feeling like I don't deserve more. I feel disgusted as I'm pushing on this burnt shore. Someone stole the vinegar in the midst of a blackout. Another shooting gathering.